Hola, from the west side. It is me, a DC, the Purple Diva, and today's stream is going to be a little different than I normally do. This is not my not so random chat, but this is rather going to be a stream where I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of some of the highlight vlogs from this year. So let me start by doing that. And, if you come in, hit that, please smash that like button. Matter of fact, I gotta bring this also up on my phone so I can kind of see what's going on in my own chat. Because once I start sharing screen, hey Soup Bone, once I start sharing the screen, I'm not gonna be able to see it in StreamYard. I've never done this before, but we're gonna do this today. So let's see if we can do this. I'm gonna share my screen. Let's see. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen. All right, so you guys should be able to see my screen in a minute. I'm just waiting until y'all can see before I start flipping to wherever. No, it's a delay in what y'all can see on that side versus the entire screen. So I know y'all can see. Waiting for it to come through so I can make sure it's going through. Let's see. Chrome tab. Okay, so we're gonna go to, there we go. So let me see if I can do this right. I think this is working right now. It's coming, y'all. It's coming. It's just taking me a while to get it. Okay, so I have it, and I'm gonna actually. Okay, so now you guys can see it. So now let me see. I'm going to start to play this. And so it should be. You guys should be able to see it. So let me see. Make sure y'all can hear it. Turn the volume up. There we go. Now let me see if I can make it the whole screen. Y'all know I'm trying. I'm learning. So now it's on there. So I think it should be going on. Let me see. Cool. Welcome to Chronicles of an Autismmom. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on all other social media. Also, don't forget to hit that bell and press all the best way to make them memorize information, such as answering their name, their address, and giving out an emergency number if necessary. But you may find that other methods help to make them remember this information just as easily. Teach them to always keep their hands visible and to drop any objects in their hands. It is really important that we help our kids and young adults to make sure that their hands are visible if they're dealing with law enforcement, and that they do not have anything in their hand, nor do they put their hands in their pockets. Um, so this is a good practice to practice with them, so that if they do have an encounter with law enforcement, this is not something that becomes a problem if the law enforcement does not know that they're dealing with an individual who is on the autism spectrum. Practice when and how to obtain permission or signal your intention before reaching in their Sorry about that, Lawrence, but Nightbot is in here showing their butt in the chat. It's an important instruction to have them practice this, because as we know, many times people unfortunately can get shot for moving too fast. And it's just a reality that we don't want to see one of our kids sitting on the side of the road because they didn't wait and give information to the police officers once they have permission. Practice when and how to direct police on where their ID and or handout card is located. And this is a preferred method over reaching into their own pockets for safety reasons. As I discussed before, or if they're in some type of tactical defense. Some of our youth and young adults may have metal alert bracelets that they wear that say that they have autism, or they may have some type of handout card. But it's really important to have something on their person that does identify that, as well as having a state issued ID if they're over the age of 16. Develop and practice how to use a handout card that discloses their diagnosis, triggers, tactile aversions and behaviors stemming. And this is really important if you have a child who is non-vocal, or if they're vocal but they're one of those ones who is selectively mute or decides when and where they want to talk. You know, this is an example of one of the things, have a card that identifies that they have autism, and talks about some of the things that they may or may not do. And this is definitely helpful if they are in a situation with law enforcement. Our kids, even if they are non-vocal, can understand how to do things like this, such as, giving a card. So it's an important skill to teach them. Practice when and how to request to call an advocacy organization, a personal advocate, relative, or friend. Directions with contact information should be on any type of handout that they may have. It's important for us to make sure that our kids and our young adults have this information available on them. This would be an anxious situation for them, but we want to make sure that they know to either have the information to give to the officers so that someone can call or that they can make that call themselves. It's important and it's part of their rights. Develop and practice self-calming and coping strategies. It's important for our kids and young adults to be able to try to calm themselves and cope in situations with law enforcement. Some of the calming and coping strategies are things that you can work with behavior therapists and adaptive behavior therapists in helping them to be able to cope with situations if they are encountered with law enforcement so it does not become a meltdown situation for them. Prepare them that they may be touched and equip them with coping strategies, ways of calming and self-talking and breathing techniques to utilize if things like this occur. As we know, if our children or young adults are in a situation with police, there is a possibility that they may be patted down. And we have to make sure that they're equipped so that they don't freak out and that they're able to be calm in the situation because, again, police officers are not always aware that they're dealing with someone with autism when they're going through the process of doing a search or a pat down. Teach them not to run. Many of our kids are runners, and it's really important that we teach them that if they are in a situation with law enforcement, that they do not run. That if the officer says stop, they stop. That they do not run. It's really, really important, and it's something that we do have to practice with them, especially if we have someone on the spectrum who is a runner, and it could be life or death. So teach them not to run. Teach them not to touch a police officer's dog. The police officer's dog is not a pet. The police officer's dog is also a police officer. So it's important that we teach our children and young adults that police dogs are not pets and should not be touched like they would touch a dog of a friend or service dog if they have one. Teach them not to touch a police officer's weapon or person. This is probably the most important of all of the things that I've talked about in this. It's important that they don't touch the officers. Many of our kids and young adults are very friendly, and they may want to touch the officer, but in situations like this, we don't want them to touch them, and we definitely don't want them to touch the weapon. So it's important that they're taught not to walk towards the officer to touch his person or to touch his weapon. This is some of the tips, and I hope you guys enjoyed this information. Please leave me a comment in the comment section. Let me know how you like this video on being autistic and Black and dealing with law enforcement. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and blessings from the West Side, y'all. This is the next one, you guys. I think it's about 20 of them, so I appreciate all of you who come through. I might have to hand out a few more wrenches. Welcome back to my channel, Chronicles of an Artsy Autismvlog. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And also follow me on all other social media. It should be either over here or over there. Also, please don't forget to punch that bell that's down there and go for all so that you will know about all of my upcoming vlogs. Today's vlog is going to be, hopefully, my final thoughts in regards to Micah Stafford, Huxley, and this entire adoption and rehoming debacle. Now, as of this time, we really are not sure about where Huxley is. We do know that he apparently is with another family, and if you want to get like the full details about everything that's going on in regards to him, I highly recommend you take a look at Without a Crystal Ball, because she really breaks down things that I'm not going to break down in this video. So the first thing I want to go over is that they have taken down all of the videos that have Huxley on them. That was disturbing to me that they kept that information that up there and were continuing to be monetized in regards to that, and they have taken them down. But as far as we know, none of that money has gone to Huxley. And my feelings about it is that I really think that that channel does not belong around on YouTube, especially in the autism community and the adoption community. You guys know that this is an autism channel, and this whole thing really shook up the autism community, especially those of us who've had our kids ourselves, and I think it even hurt those even more who have kids on the autism spectrum that they adopted. Everything that happened here, from what I can see, was exploitation of this nonverbal autistic child, Huxley. Right now, I believe he's about 4 years old, and from what we can see, he's completely nonverbal. Now, at that same point in time, my son was pretty nonverbal himself. He had meltdowns. I went through all of those things, but I persevered. Now, at the time that, my son was 4, obviously I was still married to his dad, but, that makes it even more of a situation. One of the reasons that she said that she was going to be giving away, that they were rehoming or putting him in a different adoptive home, was because they felt that he had more specific medical needs than they could cover. Now, from what I understand, Micah was a registered nurse. Um, but I also understand that she's probably not a very good registered nurse because she assaulted another um, worker when she was working in, I believe, a nursing home facility. So I don't believe that her training was in pediatric nursing. But nonetheless, if she was a registered nurse, if she was an RN, she should have been able to meet the needs of her child. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that I am very, very glad that they lost a lot of the sponsorship, which I do think that they got in regards to having not only Huxley, but their other children, but they portrayed themselves to be something that they weren't. She didn't come across as being a good mom to me. She did not come across as being a caring person. And it felt like as soon as they had another child of their own, another one of their own children, that Huxley was no longer of value to them, and they cast him to the side. Now, I do want to state that they did not go through the normal adoption process to get Huxley, and when they went to rehome him, I'm sorry, y'all, I hate that word because it's used for pets. When he was placed in a new home, they did not go back through the adoption agency that they had used in the first place. She handpicked this family. I'm concerned about that because I don't know what kind of screening process that she did for this special needs child, number one. And number two, based just on her track record with him, I'm just a little apprehensive about whether she made the right decisions in regards to Huxley. From what I can tell, her husband was the one who was doing a lot of the caregiving for the children, including Huxley. And what I saw was that he seemed to have a problem with Huxley always watching him. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I had to get myself together. All right. As an autism mom and an autism advocate, this whole situation sickened me. The fact that these parents were allowed to adopt this special needs child, the fact that it appears that they did not go through the normal screening process, the fact that when medical professionals cautioned them about adopting this child, they ignored it because it appears that they simply saw dollar signs when it came to Huxley. Now, in light of all of the things that YouTube has done in regards to, in regards to trying to keep children from being exploited, in this situation, it appears that this was a miss because they didn't do the right thing for this child. Now, I'm glad that he's in a hopefully a better space, but honestly, we really don't know. And they brought him onto this platform. They exploited this child, in my opinion. And now they've gone about their merry way. They've made all this money. No money was put into a trust fund for Huxley once he's an adult or once he gets older. They are under some delusional impression that this child chose another family, when simply the child was, it appeared, was starved for someone to love them. To love them. So, what I want to say is that what I hope, is that this whole situation does not keep people from looking at adopting children that are on the spectrum, um, at just loving our kids. This is a bad example of an autism family. It's a bad example. And it grieves my heart that these people got all of this popularity on YouTube, supposedly to bring awareness to autism, but they ended up allegedly exploiting this child. And it really did not bring true awareness to autism in a compassionate way. It did not respect Huxley, and it did not have any respect or dignity for other parents of children on the autism spectrum, be they adoptive parents or biological parents. Now, my son is almost 25 years old. At no time during the time that I was raising him, when I was with his father, or when I started to do this process on my own and have been his caregiver as an adult, did it ever occur to me for my son to be someplace else other than with me? Did I ever think of that? Now, of course, I want him to thrive and be a happy adult, and I do want him to be able to get out there and take care of himself. But I would have never done what these people did. I hope that the people, the sponsors that were sponsoring them, start looking at the real channels out there that are going about giving autism awareness, and look at those people's lifestyle and maybe go sponsor some of those channels, because there's a lot of these other autism channels out there, family channels out there that are not monetized. And if they do get monetized, it's for the kids. It's not for themselves. It's not for themselves. I mean, my channel is on the way to getting monetized. But I do all of this to bring awareness and for my son. I just wanted to come back and give more thoughts. I know there's a lot of videos out there in regards to this. But I just felt that I had to. Threatens the health and safety. This woman was an influencer, and she wasn't a good influencer. I'm not even trying to be a real influencer, but that's what I am. And I hope that I'm bringing a positive influence to caregiving and to raising children on the spectrum with respect and dignity, and just telling other people about who they really are. I don't exploit my son. My son comes on my channel because he wants to come on. We have to do better for our kids, especially those on the spectrum. Thank you guys for watching, and until the next time, I hope this is my final thoughts on this, but a lot has been going on in regards to this. It's been unfolding, but until the next time, you guys, peace and blessings from the West Side, from DC, the Purple Diva, the Artsy Autism Mom. Bye, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to another Chronicles of an Artsy Autism Mom. Please like, share, and subscribe to my videos. All the ways to follow me are either over here or over here, so that you can follow me on social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, and on Snapchat. And if you ring that bell down below and press all, you will be notified of all my future uploads. Now today I am doing my vlog in my bedroom. Normally, it's usually I'm walking or I do it in the living room, but today I'm doing this one in the bedroom. Really, this is probably the quietest place in the house right now. But today I wanted to talk about the Micah Schaefer situation, and she and her husband rehoming their son, who is special needs and on the autism spectrum. I've seen the reactions of some other parents. I even myself commented on their video about it, and I know that a lot of us, myself included, feel that maybe either A, they shouldn't have adopted this child, and maybe they should have fostered first, because they were aware that this child had special needs. I'm not sure if they were aware that their son was on the autism spectrum, but I know that they were aware that he did have special needs. And first of all, I am a parent who, my son is biological, so I didn't adopt him. So I know it's not the same, and maybe because they didn't have that biological connection, maybe that is a part of it. However, there are other families on and off of YouTube that have adopted children on the spectrum. And this situation, and I'm trying to choose my words carefully, really upsets me to no end. Now, Micah Schaefer's channel is a monetized channel. My channel is not monetized. However, that, of course, is my ultimate goal for this channel, to be a monetized channel. And there are other autism channels that are monetized as well. But in this situation, it feels to me like they, built their channel around this child being special needs. They may have exploited the situation. Now, I know that it's a scary situation for all of us parents of people with autism to bring our lives onto camera, onto YouTube. My situation is different because my son is an adult, so there's not any exploiting of the situation, because my channel is really about my role as his caregiver, and I tell you about situations that we have with him, and I am very upfront about the things that he has done as a child and the things that he has done also as an adult. And those of you who are supporters of my channel have seen my son. He does come on camera when he wants to, a lot of times, frequently during my live streams. And so in this situation, I definitely don't feel that there's been any exploitation in regards to my son, particularly. He's almost 25 years old. But I know that people have thought that in some other situations that some of the other parents may have been doing that, but I don't think so. I mean, I follow a lot of the other autism channels. I do. And most of us are just really trying to put our experience out here for you guys, so that you know that our kids are people too. And so that there is an acceptance and an awareness about autism. And for me, it's about having that awareness that autism does not end at age 18. Um, Now, in the situation with Micah Schaefer, they kept a lot of the stuff going on with their son off of YouTube, and that's understandable. I know that they said that they were things that happened with their son um, in reference to the other children who are their biological children, that frightened them. And to me, that probably was some type of meltdown situation. I know that because of the emotions that our kids have, sometimes they can be aggressive, and they can be aggressive to other people, um, whether they're on or off of meds. Um, and I mean, there have been times when my son was growing up that, yeah, it was scary. And I was probably glad that I didn't have any other children, you know, but he has cousins. I mean, he's, you know, hit on his cousins, done things with his cousins, thankfully, they all understand. And, it hasn't been any major situations, but a meltdown can be scary. So I understand that. Um, I just don't understand. To me, it feels like by them, I believe it looks like they're reversing their adoption and putting him into foster care. To me, it's like they gave up on this child, and I don't know. Maybe they shouldn't have adopted a child with autism. Maybe they shouldn't have, because this rehoming, and I'm putting it in quotations because I think it's an awful term, some kind of politically correct term that someone came up with, but it's BS to me. That's awful. Now, I know that there are parents, biological parents of children on the spectrum who have given up their kids because they couldn't handle them for one reason or another. And I know that was a past that happened. That's something that happened a lot in the past, where they were doing institutionalizing of our children. But that's not the way of the current situation. My heart goes out to Micah Schaefer and her husband. I know that it was a difficult decision, but as a autism parent, am I disappointed in the decisions that they made? Absolutely. Do I think that they may have, to some degree, exploited the situation of having a child on the spectrum to grow their YouTube channel? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see what happens going forward and what direction their channel goes in. And, I don't know. But as an autism parent, I felt like I had to say something about that, because I think it's bothering a lot of us. Being a parent to someone on the spectrum, for many of us, it is a sacrifice. Um, it You just take it as it goes. There's no book, on being an autism parent. There honestly isn't. I just It just upsets me because, I know that they say that this child is in a better situation. Maybe he is in a better situation. Maybe, you know, I know, like, a Black Sheep um, autism family felt that they should maybe have fostered first. I don't know. Maybe they shouldn't have adopted a child with special needs, because being a parent to a child with special needs, and in my opinion, especially someone on the autism spectrum, is yeah, it's not an easy thing to do. Um, and parents who choose to do it, be the child their biological child or through adoption, my hats are off to them, because I know what you're going through. Um, I wish that they had reached out to some of the other autism families, you know, while they were going through all of this. But I don't know what their feelings were, because it looks to me, for the most part, like they're okay, they've moved on, and they want us to move on too. But I still wonder about this child. Um, and you brought him to the entire world's attention through YouTube. And I don't know. I don't know if that was the right decision. I hope it was. But as an autism parent, I do feel some kind of way about it. Because it would never even cross my mind to give my son away for somebody else to have raised him. For me to have not been the one to have done it. And I'm gonna end this, you guys, because um, I'm getting emotional about it. So, yeah. Um, yeah. Thanks for watching, and until the next time, guys. Peace and blessings. On the west side. That's right. Hey guys, so I'm putting this in after the fact. Today's video was a little emotional for me, so um, I just apologize for that. But yeah, it is what it is. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to Chronicles of an Artsy Autismmom. Today is Memorial Day. It's a Monday. And I know with all the stuff that we have been going through, I just thought I'd give you guys a little motivational Monday. sing a little song, Acapulco. Um, the song I'm gonna sing is called "If I Faint Not." It's a song that I used to sing in this choir called the Johnson Mass Choir back in the day, and it's by Kevin and Celeste Johnson. So I'm gonna get this started, and hopefully it'll stay quiet long enough for me to do this song for you guys. If you guys hear any turning pages, it's because I got the words in front of me because I don't want to do them wrong. I'm gonna pause out for just one. All right, guys, I think I'm back, so we're gonna go ahead and start this, and I hope you guys enjoy it. You know, here we go. He promised me the victory. So I place my eyes upon the mark, and I know for sure He will take care of me. All I have to do is wait on Him, and if I faint not and don't get weary, the Lord said, and I know that He'll take good care of me. If I faint not, I know I'll reap a harvest in due season. If I faint not, I know I'll reap a harvest in due season. I know I can't understand the mystery of your presence, Lord, but with the faith of a mustard seed, I can move the mountains and keep me from seeing you. 'Cause in your word you told me to be steadfast and unmovable, but I know I have to do your will, and that you'll take good care of me. If I faint not, I'm gonna reap a harvest in due season. If I faint not, I'm gonna reap a harvest in due season. No sickness, no pain can keep me from seeing my Jesus. I never walk alone. I'm never by myself. He's always by my side. And I know that I know that I know that I know that I know He'll take good care of me. If I faint not, I'm gonna reap a harvest in due season. If I faint not, I know I'll reap a harvest in due season. Hallelujah. Thank y'all for listening. see y'all next time. Bye for now. Peace and blessings from the West Side. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Hello, and welcome back to Chronicles of an Artsy Autismmom. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on all other social media. Today's vlog will be about things you can do with your teen or young adult during the stay-at-home orders. First of all, one of the things you can do is doing housework together. Our kids need to be on a schedule, and this is one of the things that you can kind of help with keeping them on that. Like helping out with vacuuming and putting things away, folding up the clothes, even making the beds. These are just activities that you can do as a family that keeps our kids engaged. The next thing is cooking and eating together. I don't know about you guys, but my son loves to eat. He also likes to help with cooking. So you can get together with the whole family and just, make the breakfast meals, do simple things like making eggs and, pancakes and that kind of stuff. Or for dinner, you can do things like pizza and, spaghetti, just simple meals that they can help with making, that fit within whatever their particular cooking skills are. But you just kind of make it into a family event. And then it's also important for the family to eat together. Even if you guys didn't do that during normal circumstances, right now it is one of the things that I think helps to keep our kids calm, just to have that normalcy of the family being together. And you can do things like, since it's starting to get warmer, do something outside, make it into a barbecue or a picnic type activity. Another thing is movie nights, guys. Movie nights can be a fun time. Pop some popcorn and get in front of the TV. Since a lot of us may have, things like Amazon or Netflix, we can just get the whole family together and watch some movies together with them, or even some of these TV series that are out. But just kind of make it into a fun time with the family, watching some movies and having a movie night. Another thing is playing games together. I don't know about you guys, but I grew up playing board games with my family. So I would love playing board games with my son. And those are really good for kids on the spectrum. Things like the memory game, building games like Legos and Duplos, and they've got the complicated ones for the older people. And then we can just kind of sit around and, take turns. It helps them with their social interaction. And you can just do other activities where you're just outside playing games that don't have any type of formal rules. But try Monopoly. I don't know about y'all, but I love playing Monopoly. And it's a thinking game, along with games like chess and checkers. And then, don't forget about that Scrabble, which helps to build up that vocabulary as they are staying home and not being out there. But guys, we got to keep in mind that our kids do like electronics. So sit down and help them out with playing these games. Even if it's not your cup of tea, you might find that you actually like sitting playing the games on PlayStations or the Xbox. The next one is taking walks and bike rides, guys. Now, I know that we're cooped up in the house, but sometimes we just need to get out. You know, maybe if you've got to walk the dog, make that a time to do it, or just, go walking out as a family. Or sometimes you can even do it where one of the parents goes out with the child and, kind of makes it a walking time to give the other parent a break. But another thing that we can do, even though some of our kids do not ride bikes, is take this time to get out there on the bike. Maybe we can help them and start to get them riding around the neighborhood, just doing some stuff that's going to be a fun activity as a family, keeping our kids engaged and keeping them in a calm atmosphere. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all the next time. Bye for now. Hey guys. Should I feel discouraged? Sorry, you guys. I had to start it over because it wasn't loud enough. Should I feel discouraged? Why do the shadows come? Why does my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, A constant friend is he. His eye is on the sparrow. He watches over me. I sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches over. He watches me. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye. Nightbot tripped, y'all. I'm sorry. Either it's in my chat or it's not in my chat. This one is some spoken word. By yours truly, of course. Hello, and welcome back to another Chronicles of an Artsy Autism Mom. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell so you will be notified of all upcoming videos. Today's vlog will be a spoken word entitled For Cocoa Butterflies Like Me. For cocoa butterflies like me. Don't call me pretty for a dark-skinned girl. Call me pretty because I am. Growing up, I heard this statement. So what did I think? Dark was not pretty because dark had to be qualified. Why? Why does light mean better, therefore prettier? Would my smile be more attractive if I were light, if I were white? Would my dimples, would my eyes look any better if they were not put with my sun-kissed cocoa skin? In her 20s, my grandmother could pass for white. But by the time she died, she was the red brown of Indians. Yet she was beautiful, full of colors. Growing up, brown boys wouldn't talk to me because I was too dark. Ironically, my son's father is very dark. So I have a beautiful chocolate son. It took me growing up, a few relationships, and a marriage to finally realize that my brown skinned face is beautiful. So fathers and mothers, tell your beautiful cocoa-skinned daughters how pretty they really are, so they will become cocoa butterflies like me. Thank you for listening, and as always, peace and blessing from the West Side. Bye-bye, until next time. Oh yeah, y'all, this is Cali shopping COVID-19 style. Most of you guys know I'm in California. So let me just turn my camera on so you guys can see this really begin as far as the shells. So now you can see the shells. You guys. Shells are seriously. And I don't want to get anybody on camera. Yeah, let me show y'all where the soups used to be. This is where the soup used to be. This is insane, guys. Let me show y'all over in the freezer department. Let me show y'all some stuff. Look what's going on here. Look what's going on. Is this insane or not? Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. Okay, guys. granted that we're getting ready to get out of the store. And so coming back on here to give you the audio that should have been here. And I'm going to show you guys what I was able to get in the store in just a second. So, yeah, so I was able to get some of the things that I needed in the store. So I had to have this. So guys, this is the second store I've been to. The first store was the 99-cent store, and it was mayhem in there, so I wasn't even going to tape while I was in there. Yeah, I still got one more store to go to, but yeah, I just thought I'd put up a Chronicles of Artsy to Autismmom today, showing you guys this madness that I'm dealing with. Yeah, so I will have a little bit more. So guys, I am in the, hopefully, next to last store, because I still got to go to one more store. Can't find any laundry detergent or anything there. But let me show you what I got in this store. What I was able to get. Let me just turn my camera. Look, guys, look, I got some chips. I finally was able to find some bacon for my son and the men in the house. And I was able to get some ground beef. It's hidden under there. But I only was able to get like 2 pounds here. Crazy. People are buying 6 and 7 pounds of stuff. So, all right, guys, I will be back on to close this out in a little bit. This has been an interesting vlog. So I went to like every store. You see all the bags in the car. Back of the car. Front of the car. Finally on the way home. Anyway, I will be putting out. Somebody's watching me while I'm doing it. I'm sitting at the light. I'll be putting out this video tomorrow. As always, on this video. Peace and blessing on the best side, guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Chronicles of an Artsy Autism Mom. Today's video is going to be a self-affirmation challenge that I accepted from another YouTuber, 1SP. Thank you, 1SP, for giving me this challenge. I have accepted it, and this will be my self-affirmation. On either side of me, I'm not sure where it's going to be, but there will be all of the ways to contact me on all social media platforms. So please follow me everywhere.
Yeah, my son is over here about to have a meltdown, so
you will be notified of
sorry.
all my uploads, including my live streams and future vlogs. Please, 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 please listen to the end of this video, because I will be challenging a couple of other YouTubers, at least 2, to do the self-affirmation challenge. So, without further ado, let's get into this challenge. Self-affirmation number 1. I am a child of God. That's right. I am a child of the Most High God. One of the reasons why I wear my hair purple a lot of the time is to remember and to remind myself that I am a child of the King, that I am royalty. I believe that the Most High sent his son, Yeshua, to die for me and for you. So my first self-affirmation strongly is that I am a child of God, of the Most High. I am a good mother. That's right. I'm a good mother. My son is almost 25 years old. He is on the autism spectrum, and I have done, I believe, everything that I can do and more, and I will continue to do everything that I can do for him. But I'm a good mom. I love my son. I respect that he is a grown man. I respect that he is a different individual than I am. I'm a good mom. Matter of fact, I think I'm a great mom. If you're a mom, repeat after me. I am a good mother. Affirmation number 2. Affirmation number 3. I am beautiful inside and out. That's right, guys. I believe that I am beautiful on the inside. And I believe that my inner beauty is what makes all of this that you see beautiful to the world. I believe it is most important to have an inner beautiful spirit. And I believe that through my inner beautiful spirit, that people see that on the outside of me. And therefore, I am beautiful inside and out. Affirmation number 4. I am growing stronger every day. That's right. How am I growing stronger every day? I am growing stronger in my beliefs. I'm growing stronger in the person that I am. I'm growing stronger in the mother that I am. I am growing stronger in every area of my life. I'm being a better actress. I'm being a better writer. I'm a better singer. I'm growing stronger every day in my life. Hey guys, those were all of my self-affirmations. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed it and that it made you guys think of ones that you might want to put out there for yourself. Now is the time where I'm going to issue the challenge to a couple of other YouTubers. The challenge for doing a self-affirmation video is going out to my fellow YouTubers, Uppity Unicorn and Better Understanding. Ladies, please accept the challenge from me, DC the Purple Diva, and put out a self-affirmation video. Each one of you guys. I've given you an example of how to do it, but do it your own way. And for everyone else, as always, I want to say peace and blessings from the West Side. I'll see you guys the next time I put out a vlog, which will be very soon. Anyway, see y'all then. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.
I know you guys hear David in the background. He's walked into the room now.
Hey guys, it is me, DC the Diva, and welcome back to another Chronicles of Autism. Today's video is going to be me doing a haul on the hair that I'm going to use for my next breed. So somewhere on the screen you should see all the ways to communicate with me on all social media platforms. And since it's such a beautiful day here in Southern California, I decided that I'm going to walk into the beauty supply as soon as I get to my destination. So, back at you guys in a few.
I think I need some water.
Hey guys. Okay, so now I am outside the beauty supply store, as you can see. And I'm about to walk in and look at the hair and make a decision on which one I'm going to get. Alright, I'll be back at you guys in a minute. This is what I want, I think. I've never tried this product, so I'll probably do a few things in here. So I think I'm gonna get 4 of these. So I think that's what I need here. Hope so. moving. I just finished getting what I need to get. There we go. I am just finishing getting what I needed to get, and I am walking back home from the beauty supply place. We're gonna try this hair. We're gonna see how this hair looks in box braids because it's, like I said, it's a brand I have never tried before, but we're gonna try it. And I got 4 packs of hair. I think that that's going to be enough because the sunglasses on. It is out here. There we go. Because I think that should be enough. Because I'm not putting the teeny tiny braids in my hair this time, guys. I am going to put like a medium size one. So I'm hoping with that, and then the larger sections, the box sections for the box braids, hence the name, box braids. That instead of the normal, couple of days that I take to do my hair because I do, half of it one day and half of it the next day. Hopefully this will be a couple of hours hairstyle versus a couple of days. But of course I've got to take down these because as you can see my nice reddish brown hair that no matter what I do will not go away. I'm not gonna color my hair this time like I normally do. So we'll see. All right, I'll be back. Hey guys, so I am almost back to the house and I just wanted to come back on. So what I got was 4 packs of hair, and actually right after this shot I will have a picture that shows the hair that I'm using, a little closer look at what it is that I got, and I'll put that in after that. But as always, I appreciate you guys coming with me on this haul, and being a part of this Chronicles of Autismvlog. As always, and leaving you out of you guys. Peace and blessings from the West Side. Until my next vlog, guys. I'll see you then. I will probably do a review of this hair and show you guys the end results of my hair after I do it. I'm not going to do the vlogging of braiding, but we'll show you the end results. All right, guys. Peace. I'm out. Hello, and welcome back to another Chronicles of an Autismmom. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on all other social media. Please hit that bell so you're notified of all upcoming videos. Today will be a spoken word entitled, When is My Morning? As I walk through the darkness, the unhappy times, the tears, I look for the bright spot, but am unable to find it. People always say there is a light at the end of the tunnel. The Bible tells us that joy cometh in the morning. So I ask, when is my morning? When do the happy times outweigh the sad ones? When do I have joy more than I have pain? When is my morning? Moving forward means letting go of the past. I'm not talking about all past. That which is good and made you happy should never be forgotten. I'm talking about moving past hurt and pain, that which you may have caused and that which you had to endure. When is my morning? Moving past things may sound easy, but it's not always the case. You see, moving past the past means others must move past it too. If someone hurt you in the past, and vice versa, you and they have to let it go. So when is my morning? What does bringing up the past do? Sometimes it is necessary for closure, but that is not the usual context that it comes up in. So, is it changing the situation? Is it making you or the other people feel any better? Or is it just making everyone more sad? When is my morning? Focusing on the present and looking forward to the future is sometimes hard when all you see is darkness. Looking forward to the positive, the blessings will help. This is moving towards the light, moving towards your future. So when is my morning? My morning is when I'm able to move past the past, when I can focus on life's blessings instead of the tragedies I see. Because the blessings are my morning. They are my morning, and they should be yours too. Thank you for listening to this spoken word entitled, When is My Morning? As always, in leaving you, I offer you peace and blessings from the West Side. Until the next time, thank you for watching. Bye for now. Welcome back to Chronicles of an Artsy Autism Mom. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel and follow me on all other social medias. Today's autism vlog is going to be a little different than most. Today I am doing a Black History Month spotlight on the poet Phillis Wheatley. So sit back and here we go. Phillis Wheatley was the first African American and second woman after Anne Bradstreet to publish a book of poems. Born in 1753 in Gambia, Africa, Wheatley was captured by slave traders and brought to America in 1761. When she arrived, she was sold to the Wheatley family in Boston, Massachusetts. Her first name, Phyllis, is derived from the ship that brought her to America, the Phyllis. The Wheatley family educated her, and within 16 months of her arrival in America, she could read the Bible, Greek and Latin classics, and British literature. She also studied astronomy and geography. At the age of 14, Wheatley began writing poetry, publishing her first poem in 1767. Publication of an eclectic poem on the death of the celebrated divine George Whitefield in 1770 brought her great notoriety. In 1773, with the financial help of the English Countess Huntington, Wheatley traveled to London with the Wheatley son to publish her first collection of poems, entitled Poems on Various Subjects, Religious and Moral. The first book written by a Black woman in America. It included a foreword by John Hancock and other notables, as well as a portrait of Wheatley, all designed to prove that the work was indeed written by a Black woman. She was emancipated shortly thereafter. Although she supported the Patriots during the American Revolution, Wheatley's opposition to slavery heightened, and she wrote several letters to ministers and other on liberty and freedom. During the peak of her writing, she wrote a well-received poem to George Washington as the commander of the Continental Army. However, she believed that slavery was the issue that prevented the colonists from achieving true heroism. In 1778, she married John Peters, a free black man from Boston, with whom she had 3 children, though none survived. She also made efforts to publish a second book, but that failed. In order to support her family, she worked as a scrub woman in boarding houses while continuing to write poetry. Phillis Wheatley died in December of 1784 due to complications from childbirth. In addition to important contributions to American literature, Wheatley's literary artistic talents helped to show that African Americans are equally capable of creative, intelligent human beings who would benefit from an education. In part, this helped the cause of the abolitionist movement. Here is a short poem by Phillis Wheatley. It is entitled A Hymn to the Evening. Soon as the sun forsook the eastern main, the pealing thunder shook the heavenly plain. Majestic grandeurs from the zephyr we exhaled the incense of the blooming spring. Soft purl the streams, the birds renew their notes, and through the air they mingled, music floats. Through all the heavens what beauteous dyes are spread, but the west glory of the deepest red. So may our breasts with every virtue glow, the living temples of our gods below, filled with praise of him who gives the light, and draw the sable curtain of the night. Let placid slumber soothe each weary mind, and morn to wake more heavenly morn we find. Shall labor the labors of the day begin, more pure, more guarded with the snare of sin. Night leadeth scepter seals my drowsy sleep, then cease my song till fair aurora rise. This is parts of the life of Phillis Wheatley, and she is one of the reasons that I write my own poetry to this day. I hope that you enjoyed this Black History Month spotlight on poet Phillis Wheatley, the first Black woman to be published in the United States. Thank you so much for coming through and liking my video. And as always, in leaving you, I'd like to offer you.
Sorry, guys, my son is in here for real, for real.
I thank you for coming. And until next time, bye-bye. These are bringing back memories of when I was improving my video skills. Hey guys, it is me officially doing a video. doing one of my walking videos today, but today's going to be a little different. I am off to get my coffee, and I'm going to be talking about bonding. And guess who's with me today? Say hi to you too. Yeah, my son's with me today. So anyway, happy 2020, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about bonding, and I'm going to be talking about bonding with your kid. And I'm going to be talking about really more from the adult perspective now, because my son is an adult. He's going to be 25 this year, y'all. Happy New Year. But what I really, really feel is the most important thing in establishing that is that even though our kids may be on the autism spectrum, and some of them may not act accordingly to their age. My hair's like awful, guys. Sorry, gotta do it over. The most important thing, really, 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 is establishing a bond with them. You know, like my son is very, very verbal, as you guys, and he's singing in the background. But you've got to find areas that you and them connect. For me and my son, that will be in the arts, music, that kind of stuff. For him and his dad, they bond in regards to his love for airplanes, you know. And so his dad, you know, encourages and helps him with that particular, you know, part of his life. And I, of course, help him, you know, with his music. And as I told you guys last year, taking an art therapy course so that I can help him with some art, because I am an artist. So, you know, the best thing to do is to really just look and find ways that you can get closer to your children. Sometimes it's even playing simple games. They have a lot of games that are coming out and that have come out in the last year that can help with that. So I encourage you guys to look into some of those things. I know y'all hear him singing in the background. I love his singing. Anyway, but I just feel that is something that I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about. And I wanted to show my face at the same time today. You guys know I do my walks, and today he gets to share that walk with me while I'm talking to you guys about, you know, just the importance of bonding with your kids. I know sometimes a lot of us feel that we're not able to because of the communication issue that some of our kids on the spectrum have. But I'm here to tell you that even with those kids who are not as verbal, there is a way to connect with your kid and to bond with them. Y'all see him? He's covered his eyes up. But I just want to make sure that we're talking about, you know, the right kinds of things. So these are my Thursday thoughts. So this is going to be a Thursday thoughts video for you guys because it's Thursday. And just going to be talking about the bonding. I'm going to be doing more videos like this, you know, doing this year as part of my vlog. And today's vlog is with my one and my only. And us actually doing this walk this morning, this is part of our bonding experience, you guys. You know, because he's home today. I am working, but taking a morning break. Going to go get my coffee, and my son is walking with me. And of course, he's going to get something too. You know, so we are actually almost at our destination. And once I get to my destination, I'm going to pause for a moment, and then I'll get back on once we are actually making our way out of my coffee stop. All right, so we'll be right back to you guys in one moment. Hey guys, okay, we're back. As you see, got some coffee. And he got a salad. So we're on our way back to the house from my morning walk. But yeah, the most important thing really in dealing with your child or adult child on the autism spectrum is really just finding areas where you guys really bond. Mommy's talking, okay? See, like now. Just finding areas where you guys really bond. You know, like my son loves to sing. Thank God I'm a singer. You know, so I deal with the music and stuff. He's good at art. I help him with that. Yeah, gotta watch him too when he's walking with me. Make sure that he stays with me. I can play basketball too, guys. So, every once in a while, I'll get out there with a basketball with him and shoot some hoops, or rather, teach him how to shoot some hoops. So I really just wanted to kind of get on here, with my first official vlog of the year, and really, just tell you guys about the act of bonding. So these are my Thursday thoughts. This first Thursday of 2020. Yeah. Let's see, my son is with me. Come on, son. Come on. There you go. And I hope that this has been helpful. Just kind of giving you guys just, some ideas and everything, because I know most parents with kids on the spectrum, our kids don't tend to have a whole lot of friends at different times in their lives. And sometimes we are that friend. We are the person that they are interacting with the most. And so we gotta help them to explore the things that they like and use those things as bonding. I hope that kind of helped you guys. And please comment, like, share, and subscribe. At the beginning of the video, you guys should have seen all the ways to contact me, because I know I'm going to put them in there when I get home and edit this. But I hope that this was helpful for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed my son actually, being in a video with me again. He's not in a whole lot of them because, vlogging about myself and my experience as a caregiver. But part of that experience is caregiving for my son. And, since he's home today, he's walking with mama. So until the next time, guys, I hope you like this one. This is just a short one. But until the next time, peace, guys, and blessings on the west side. It's your girl, DC, the Purple Diva. Bye.
Spit my water out, y'all. Sorry.
This is grinding. This is me grinding, y'all.
Guys, can you hear anything? Okay, you can.
I decided I'm going to chronicle this, and I'm going to stick it together. I'm 16 away. Somewhere in the next 24 hours, I'm going to make my little plan. I got 1K, y'all. I got 1K. I got 1K. I'm gonna cry. I got it.
Okay, let me see if I can fix this on you guys.
today I am going to do a story time about falling off the cliff and about my son briefly falling off the cliff. And it's taking me a minute to talk about this because I don't know. But before I go on, somewhere over there should be all the ways to contact me on other social media. And please hit that bell so you'll be notified of all my videos. Will be there uploaded. Okay, so this is Chronicles of an Artsy Autismmom, and so this is one of the things that I'm going to talk about here. I'm walking in the neighborhood, so yeah, I think I'm going to go the other way down. I forgot, I want to go down the street, so it'll take a little longer. I'm going to go get me some coffee. It's not that warm today. It's been really warm here. There's fires and stuff. But anyway, let me stop that and digress. We're in the middle of a rolling brownout. Thank you, Southern California Edison. So, falling off the cliff for a person on the autism spectrum is when they either matriculate or get their certificate of completion and they're out of school and they don't go to a vocational program or college or the things that are offered, and they suddenly are not on services. So with my son, although that's not what we wanted to happen for him, it is one of the things that did. He went through school up to the age of 22 because in the state of California, and I'm pretty sure this is around the country, for a person on the autism spectrum, the state is responsible for their education up to the age of 22 if they do not go to college. So my son was not on the track for college for various reasons. And a lot of it has to do with what they had to offer when he started school. But when he got to 22, we went and looked at some services and everything, and he didn't like the programs that were available to him. He wanted to go into a program that he's not ready for still. And so initially, we didn't go with any program, and he stayed home for a few months, which was, not a happy time for anybody. And it was overwhelming for myself because I worked from home. And it was overwhelming for him because he was stuck in the house all day. And it was overwhelming for his dad because, it was just hard finding a program that was a good fit for him. And so he fell off the cliff and was doing nothing but sitting at home collecting a check for a few months. And let me just say, nobody wants that. I don't want that, which is one of the reasons why my son is at home with me and not off in some group home where I don't have control over making sure things happen for him. So, yeah. But it's really a critical thing that happens with a lot of people on the spectrum. because they don't have a support system, or they aren't utilizing their support system when they reach the age of maturity. And, to be honest, one of the things we have to keep reminding people of is that autism does not stop at age 18. It doesn't go away. It's still here, and depending on the severity of the person's diagnosis, it's critical that certain services are available for them. Obviously, you have people who are severely autistic, and so the kinds of programs that are available for them may be different. But my son is not severely autistic. To be perfectly honest with you, if he were more verbal, they would consider him high functioning, honestly. But he's one of those ones who will rise to the level that you expect of him, which is why I try to push him to do more, because I know he's capable of more. But getting back to falling off the cliff, when we finally did get him into a program, the program that he's in now, it was okay for a minute, but it's not really challenging him. And guys, I'm sorry, it's starting to get loud because I'm walking, on the main street of the neighborhood now. It's not really challenging to him. And then we have the case of the fact that some of the people that are at that particular program that he's at are a lot older than him. And I don't mean that they're old. I mean that he's in his early 20s, not even mid-20s yet, but these people are at least 10 years older than him. Different age range. And, some of them have some behaviors and use language that I'm not really happy with. Nor is his dad. And, I'm going to be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Took me a minute. I was in there talking to the clerk in español. Mi familia es afro-cubano. So, the people in the program that he currently is in are not in the same age range with him. And if he were, quote unquote, an atypical kid, he wouldn't be hanging out with somebody in their 30s. Let's be honest. And give me 1 second. All right, continuing on. So, it's just not a good fit for him. And so now, even though he's in a program, he's somewhat falling off the cliff because it's not really meeting the needs that he needs. He needs living skills, and he needs to be in a position that he can become employable. And that's not what's going on right now. So his dad and I, along with him, are going to have to, sit down with the regional center and look at the options that are available now, because in the last year, they're starting to get some more programs that are geared towards our kids, or adults, getting to places of being at least semi-independent. Because, the reality is that I, as his parent, I'm not going to be here forever. Although I plan on living until I'm 100. Seriously, guys. Seriously. I'm planning on being around, alive and kicking, till I'm 100. Till I'm 100. But it's so easy for the kids to fall off the cliff after school, even with parental intervention, simply because it's an overwhelming task trying to find the right program um, for your kids. It's an overwhelming task. And even though there are programs out there, that doesn't mean that they all fit all kids on the spectrum, you know. And that's kind of the challenge in today's society, really, to be honest with you, because at least here in the United States, um, the assistance and everything for them as an adult, obviously, autism is considered a disability, even though it is a diversity, but because it's not the accepted norm, it's considered a disability because many individuals are not able to live on their own, and because of the way that they process things, and it takes them longer to get to certain stages sometimes. But Social Security is making moves towards them being able to take care of themselves and not necessarily use the Social Security benefits, because let's be real, guys, Social Security is not a living wage. Not a living wage, not at all. Yeah, I got coffee now, so and I'm finishing up my video. So, falling off the cliff is a major issue, because even with the things that are out there, some of those programs are not meeting the standards of what they should meet in order for our kids to be able to, take care of themselves. And it's kind of up to parents and caregivers to help in that process. Now, one of the things I will tell you is that CARD, which is the Center for Autism Research and Development, has what is called a Living Skills website that is available for people who are on the spectrum and their caregivers and teachers and everyone to help with getting the skills that they may not have gotten in school or through any programs that they're in. Because although ABA, which is adaptive behavioral therapy, is generally only available unfunded when in school, because in the past they did not do the intensive ABA that they should have been doing with everyone on the spectrum. We've got all of these individuals out there, including my son, who have gaps in their living skills. And so that's a program that I'm going to be using with my son to help fill in some of those gaps, to help him to be able to be more independent, also to help him to deal with behaviors that he has now that he needs help with controlling, so, stemming behaviors. And if you thought that stemming goes away, it usually doesn't. They just find a different form of stimming, um, even high functioning individuals, to help them to not melt down, you know. But um, falling off the cliff is just it's a serious situation, because over 80% of adults with autism still live at home with their parents. Most of them are not fully employed, even if they are capable of being employed because of the stigma on autism. And be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna continue, and I'm sorry that this video is just a longer one, but I just feel that kind of what I'm talking about really has to be emphasized because every year people on the autism spectrum of age, and a lot of parents are faced with the decisions of how to help their kids to continue with life as adults, and what's available for them. And in some situations, the parents aren't in a situation to deal with their children, and then it falls on the state that they live in. And then you have group home situations, at least here in California you do. But the cliff is a reality for many, many individuals on the spectrum, even in areas where there are services. And it's simply because they don't know, or they're not being properly directed towards the services, or just complications of finding services in their area. But it's really imperative that people on the spectrum are able to learn really living skills, which are more like survival skills. And it looks like the electricity is back on. It's not for that. And just makes it so much easier for them when there's an availability of resources. Because for many people on the spectrum, there's a gap in their social and living skills education when they come of age. Not their fault, not their parents' fault. It's just the way that it has been for so many years. And we don't want this to continue. We really, really don't. Like I said before, one of the resources that I know that is out there and is available online is called Living Skills. And I know about that one through CAR, is Center for Autism Research and Development. And they are all over the country, and that is one of the services that they have. So I hope that this has been helpful, really, just to kind of give you guys some perspective of what happens and how people can easily fall off of the cliff, so to speak, on the autism spectrum, and that it's giving you clarity as to what that terminology is and what it really means. So until the next time, guys, I hope that I gave y'all some knowledge in this video, and as always, peace, guys. See ya. Hey guys, it's me, Diva, and welcome back to another Chronicles of an Autismvlog. Today's video is going to be a walking video, and before I go any further, somewhere on the screen you should see all the ways to see me on social media and reach out to me. And please, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe bell and double hit it so that you get notifications of all of my videos. So today, I'm going to be talking about how my faith, pulling in my boots, guys, as I'm walking, how my faith plays a part in me being an autism mom, and just how I handle things. So, I don't really, talk about it a lot because I guess for me it's just a given in how I'm living my life. But I am a follower of Yeshua. If you want to call him Jesus, the Roman Catholic Church gave him the Christ name, and Europeans gave believers, the followers of him, the name of Christian. But
You
I'm a
like to
believer.
have my beard like that?
I believe that he rose from the dead. I believe that he,
You don't like when I have my beard like that?
that because of him, I'm free in my spirit and in my mind. So anyway,
Sorry, y'all. We have
if you
we have
watch my
other
video,
conversations going on over
you know
here.
that was brought up in the but I'm no longer a part of that. So when my son was diagnosed with autism, that was kind of a hard thing for me to handle initially. And I think it is that way for most people, because I knew from before he was born who he was supposed to be, who he was supposed to be in Christ. Who he was supposed to be as far as, I mean, he's a praise warrior. And so when he was diagnosed with autism, I was like, oh, God, you told me my son is a praise warrior. How is that even possible? He has autism. He's gonna have a hard time talking. But I have trusted God, and of course, I still, am doing all the things that we need to do for our son. But I know that some of the things that he's dealing with autism, and this is just my personal opinion. So let me just state that. But that there are spirits, when he's having meltdowns. And sometimes I really believe, that because of the autism, he can probably maybe see things clearer. And I know a lot of people don't believe that, people on the autism spectrum, it's hard for them to have the abstract, of believing in God because they can't see or hear him. But I don't believe that's true because my son does. He knows God, and has had him as a part of his life. Now I know that and maybe a lot in Christianity, they don't really talk a lot about it. I'm sorry, I have it all in my face when I'm talking to you guys. They don't really talk about it a lot, And there are a few churches that have some types of inclusion programs for kids with autism. But I know that a lot of parents have a lot of issues in being able to have their child at church because there's not anyone there to help them. And I can tell you honestly that, my son was in the children's church at my church until he got out of the nursery. And they even allowed him to stay in the nursery for a little longer, to see if that would help. But unfortunately, the teaching staff in our Sunday school program, and this is no slight on them, they weren't really equipped to deal with that. They weren't special needs teachers, they weren't therapists. And so I made this decision for him to be in church with me. I'm going to put this on pause for a second. I'm walking in to get my coffee. I'm in here getting my coffee. So I'm going to put you guys on pause for a second, and I'll be right back to finish. Okay, guys, I'm back. Coffee in hand. But what I wanted to say, and I'm sorry for the noise, guys. I don't walk necessarily on quiet streets when I'm doing my walk all the time. God, my nose is so shiny. But I know that probably Christian churches have probably fallen short in finding ways to include, but I know that there are some non-denominational churches that have made a way for our kids. Like, although my son was not part of, he didn't go to Sunday school. He was in church with me and my mom when she was alive, bless her heart, would come to church, to my church on Sundays and, sit with him when I had to sing because I've always been in the choir. But also my church had an arts academy, still does. And the director of the arts academy always made sure that my son was included. Matter of fact, my son was one of the very first children in the arts academy. And because that they were able to work with him, other children at my church with autism also were in the arts academy. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm talking on my phone. We're in the arts academy. So that was really, really a blessing, in my walk, of being a caregiver and the mom of a child with special needs, specifically autism. I hear so many horror stories, about people who have kids with autism and there not being any type of, welcoming for them in churches, which really, really is sad to me. Because if you don't have the tolerance for our children, then are you really, really, really a believer in Yeshua? That's why I don't necessarily like to call myself a Christian, because there are many who say they follow Christ, say they follow Yeshua, but they don't really. They just follow a religion, and they don't have a relationship. But I've been really, really blessed, really, really blessed to be in a situation. And I'm gonna pause you guys for just 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. Homeless guy died on my street, and they destroyed the thing that they had put up for him. But anyway, getting back to what I was speaking about, I really do think that it's very unfortunate, and I think a lot of people who call themselves Christians need to really think about that when they're dealing with people who have a child or a caregiver for someone who has special needs. It doesn't even have to be autism. You need to have some compassion and some empathy in your church. I do know of some churches that are in my area that have made, even made ministries specifically for special needs children. At my church, there's only like a couple of kids, and really, outside of my own son, there's maybe 2 or 3 kids on the autism spectrum. That's a blessing, So my belief in God and being a caregiver are very, very, very important, and they walk hand in hand. I don't blame God for what my son goes through. And if you have a child on the autism spectrum and you're a believer, don't blame God. As I said before, I think with my son, it was because of vaccination. I'm not saying that that's what happened with everybody's kid, because my son, he got the bundled vaccinations over 20 years ago, and they've changed the formula that which they use for it. But the CDC still knows that it does cause a propensity of autism in Black and brown boys, and my son happens to be both. But
Matt, this is a video from last year.
I think that faith in a higher power is something that you have to have in walking this walk. I don't even see how you can even possibly walk this walk without having some type of faith, I know that it's been my prayers, along with the things that I've been doing on a consistent basis for my son, that have really been helpful. I think there's a piece of hair or something in front of the camera. Get it out. Right, guys. Okay. And so anyway, I hope this video has been helpful. These are my vlogs. This is my experience. And, I don't always want to be doing this sit-down vlog. This was just kind of to give you a view of how my faith has played in my walk, my son. I do believe in speaking in tongues, and I do pray over my son. I do anoint him, I do pray over him, because I know that God is with him. I know that God is with me. For those of you who don't, have that same belief, I respect that. But I just wanted to kind of give my point of view of how it's played in my life. I've been fortunate that I've been in a church that was accepting and has always supported me with my son. And they, when I was married to his dad, and since I have been, the primary caregiver for him. So I hope this is helping you guys, and until the next time, peace and blessings, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon.
Is it low again, you guys?
Hey guys, it's me, DC the Purple Diva, and welcome back to Chronicles of an Artsy Autism Mom. Before I get started, either somewhere over here or somewhere over there are all the ways to reach me on social media, including here. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that bell down there, subscribe, double hit it, so you can get notifications about all of my uploads. Today's video is going to be a motivation out to other caregivers of special needs or disabled children. And as most of you know, if you've been subscribing to my channel for a minute, I am the mother of a 24-year-old on the autism spectrum. So he has a developmental disability versus a physical disability. However, even with that, I have to help him with a lot of stuff. But as always, this is my coffee. This is my tea time. Sorry. So I'm using my Diva cup today, and I'm drinking some green tea. So let me just take a sip of this. But really, I want to motivate other parents because my son is 24, and I have been through a lot, up to the 24 years. But I want to motivate everyone out there who's doing this, even if no one else is telling you to not give up. I'm telling you, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your kid. Do everything that you possibly can. Make sure that you not only are being a support for your child, but make sure that you've got a village around you supporting you. It's so important, because many of us, when we find out that this is what we're going to be doing, and we accept it, but in doing that, a lot of us don't want to ask for help, are too proud to ask for help, think we can do everything on our own without anybody else's help. Don't be like that. Allow other people to help you. Make sure you have a village, even if it's just giving you a 30-minute break so you can go get some coffee. In many states, they have respite so that you can, obviously get, people who are, bonded and licensed to come in. But I know that that is very overwhelming for a lot of parents. So sometimes you can find someone who you trust and, have them come in and, pay them if you have respite service, or if someone may be just doing it out of the kindness of their heart. There's somebody that you trust, a family friend, or the like. Another thing that I want to talk about is that I want to motivate all of you guys to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because many of us, in being a caregiver, we start to forget about ourselves. We don't do simple things like going and get our nails done as ladies, or going and getting our hair done every once in a while. Getting an occasional pedicure, getting a massage, even if somebody gifted it to you. Take the time to go do that. Exercising. Exercising is really important. Like for me, I work from home, but I get out of the house and walk every day. You know, even if it's just to go get some coffee, even if it's just to go get some coffee in the morning, to help to normalize my life so I'm not so isolated in the world. Because being a caregiver for some of us becomes very isolating, especially if one parent is doing the majority of the caregiving. And a lot of the times when you're dealing with a special needs child or a disabled child, sometimes even if the parents are physically together, it generally is just that one person ends up doing more of it. So, in saying that if you are the main caregiver, give yourself a break. Give yourself, breaks. Don't beat yourself up. Don't think that that you are being a bad mom or a dad because you need a little bit of time for yourself. That's being a human being. That's being a human being. And I want to motivate you guys to make sure that you do that self-care. I'm going to give you guys just a little story, because I know for many of us, um, what we thought our lives would be probably has changed in having a child with a special needs. So I want to talk a little bit about that. Um, when I was actually pregnant with my son, I was in the studio, I was singing, I was doing a lot of musical stuff, session work, because, I thought I was going to be a singer. Having a baby, I didn't think that was going to change that. I was incorrect about that because once my son had his autism um, diagnosis, obviously having him, period, changed my life. But once he had the autism diagnosis, that kind of changed a lot of stuff that I was doing, or I'll say delayed it. Because even in being a caregiver, you have to find time for the things that you like to do. Like I love painting. I love doing art. I still do that. And one of the ways that I'm able to help my son is I'm now getting certified in art therapy, because that's something that's good for not just people on the autism spectrum, but just, for people with disabilities or adults with disabilities in general. And because I'm good at that, I'm going to use something that I love doing and incorporate that into things that I do with him, but it will also motivate me to start doing more of my art myself, and not losing that part of myself. Another thing, because I'm, really into music, I my son in that, but I'm also using, I'm going to get trained in music therapy and use that to also incorporate that into things with him. But in saying that, I'm saying that things that I thought were going to be, things that I was going to, go out there and do as a living are still part of my purpose. I've just repositioned how they are part of my purpose in my life with my son. So I don't. So if you've got things that you love doing, things that you like to do, don't lose those things when you become a caregiver. Those things that will probably help to keep you sane, because I know it can be overwhelming. I know that it can be overwhelming, and that's why I am on here and share so much of where I am now, and am coming on here as a parent who's on the other side. Um, for because a lot of you have children that are younger. My son is an adult. He still needs me, but he, because of things that we did with him when he was younger, he does have a little independence. But eventually he's going to have more independence as we keep to help him moving forward. But I know that there can be, ups and downs in being a parent. I know we don't like people, pitying us, because these are not pity parties. This is a praise party. I just want you guys to know all of you are wonderful parents, and I know that you are doing everything you can for your child. You are being that child's advocate and their activist. Because for most of us who have a special needs child, we're automatically an activist for whatever the special needs. In my case, it happens to be autism for my son. So yeah, I am definitely an autism activist. I don't consider myself an expert except on my son's autism. But I just want to really, really encourage you guys. I hope that, me getting on here and just talking about all of these things is really, really helpful for you guys. Of course, I'm going to continue to show you, all of the things that I'm doing to, to encourage other parents that are caregivers. And even if you aren't the parent, or just the caregiver, just know this video is for you. I salute you because I know the journey that you're on. I'm on that journey, even still with my son as an adult. I know it can be overwhelming, but don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your child. Take care of yourself. Make sure you have a village around you and incorporate the things that you love to do before you have your special needs child. Find ways to incorporate those back into your life if you haven't already done that. I hope that this is encouraging to all of you guys. Thank you for watching this. And as always, I want to say to you guys, peace and blessings from the west side. Love you guys. See you in the next video. And FYI, the music that you guys are hearing in this video is my goddaughter, Musical Soul Child. You can go check her out on SoundCloud if you want to hear more of her music. Anyway, guys, till the next time, peace. But I've been on. You see me every day. I'm doing live streams. This one is going to be substantive and I'll watch it. Okay, guys, we're going to try to see if we can make it through it because, I know the sound's going to be crazy on this one. I did not mic up. So, what we call the art that or our kids have. And when they're younger, tantrums are something that you may be implementing. But as kids get older, it's not so easy to manage them. In the situation with my son, we did have a few of the normal things that we have from younger kids, but we didn't really have what I would consider to be true no until he really came around. And at first they were very, very scared. But we didn't have that trying to not only themselves, it's also
This is weird, you guys, because I can hear the sound on my end, but
as my son was
when I'm listening to it with you guys, I can see that it's very low.
but it was during that time that he started to get it. And I just realized that I'm going to finish it. So I would say it was somewhat it got pretty bad. We had to replace, I had to replace one new one. We had to out also keep the hole into a wall.
This is really bad.
That as
The sound quality is really bad, you guys. I'm not gonna do this. Okay. Let me stop. I'm gonna stop. Okay, so now you guys can just see me. Okay. Well, I got through almost all of them. That was the last one, so I don't really feel bad if we weren't able to play the last one because I've been on here for over 3 hours. And I appreciate you guys for coming through. Everyone who stopped through earlier, everyone who's hung out for the duration and just let it play in the background. I appreciate that as well. I'm not sure if we're going to come back on later on tonight, but I may come on for a minute. But if I do not come on later on tonight, because I do have some stuff to say about Donald Trump. But I'm praying for him, you guys. I really, really am, seriously, because I don't want him to die because Pence is worse. Seriously. So I'm gonna just end it now, you guys. Thank you guys for being here. And until the next time, I offer you guys peace and blessings. Oh, I better come on. You probably can't barely see me because there's no lights on. Hey guys, the lights are not on, but yeah, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I do. I will do another one of these, but I'll make sure that all the vlogs that are in it are ones that the quality of sound was better. Okay? All right, you guys. Peace and blessings until the next time. I'll see you guys. I'm out.